you guys, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A, and I just realized my candle's not lit. Sorry, y'all. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know that it is time for a new moon reading. This is really like a lunar cycle reading, so covering the Sagittarian lunar cycle. With that being said, this video is for Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. So it is a general video. If you feel like what I'm saying in the video isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. I don't know if you guys can hear that background noise, but my brothers are home for the holidays, or home for Christmas or winter break. Say spring break. Look at me jumping ahead. I am ready. And I love it because it just always reminds me like how cool it is to have siblings. Anyways, Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, looking at the Sagittarian lunar cycle. So we were talking December to January. If you want some more information on what type of energy this lunar cycle has in store for us in general, I do have a video on that. Have a link down in the description box below, along with the link to the playlist with all those videos with the other signs. And what else is up? I'd like you guys to check out that Jupiter and Sagittarius video, because we did just have Jupiter transit into Sagittarius from Scorpio this past year. And what else? I've got those Autumn Equinox tarot forecasts, so if you like to reflect over the fall season, check those out, and I have those linked in the description as well. Excuse me, sorry. All right, so this is going to be our typical 5-card spread. Going to be looking at the energy for you, Leo, during the Sagittarian lunar cycle. Going to be looking at any crossing energies, and then because we are talking about Sag, looking at where you Leos need to be looking at life in terms of the big picture, and then also where you need to take a leap of faith and just, you know, be more adventurous. And what else? Oh, and then as always, a soul message. Something that I like to leave you guys with, a little something extra. Sorry, I am missing some of my tools. Forgive me, y'all. Excuse me, and forgive me for clearing my throat. My throat's a little dry. Moving back home, I live in a very dry state, so adjusting from moving from a very humid area to moving back to where it's like extremely dry, like I have not been loved. My body does not like it. Skin, I'm always ashy. Always hella ashy. Always lips is always dry. My hair, my curls, oh my gosh, like my hair is so dry, which means I really need to start making my hair products again. Anyways, for another video, go on and shuffle these cards for you, see what's popping for Leo during the Sagittarius lunar cycle. Crossing energies. And alrighty, let's go on and cut this deck here. Okay, so Leo, excuse me, you've got integrity. Can I talk? No. Integrity coming up at the heart of your spread. This is the energy that you are supposed to be tapping into, or the energy coming in for you during the Sagittarian lunar cycle. And I think that this card, especially because you guys are Leos, and I hate to say this, but you know, on your shadow side, you do resonate with a little bit of selfishness. You resonate with a little bit of an energy when you're not operating in like your highest good, with this energy of, you know, kind of feeling like you're a little bit better than others. And that's not to say that you guys are like that all the time. Sorry, let me grab something. You guys did hear carbonation. I need to stop drinking pop, to be completely honest. Excuse me. This card is popping up, I think, with the message to really take a look at yourself and look at how you're acting with others and how you're viewing the world and your perception and how you're viewing yourself. The integrity card, because you guys are Leos, I don't necessarily get the vibe that you're dealing with this energy of feeling like you're not good enough, or like it's just not you can do no, like it's all bad. I more so get this energy of, you know, you guys are very, very prideful people, which is not a bad thing in the least. Some of us could definitely learn from you guys in regards to the confidence that you have, because that confidence and that willpower, that fire energy is really what brings you guys to the success that you are typically always found in. But this integrity card here, I think, is bringing the message of Leo. Take the end of this year, take the Sagittarius lunar cycle. Take this time to actually sit and reflect. The Sagittarius energy does come with a very philosophical energy. Guys, I am so sorry. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. As I was saying, Sag is a very philosophical energy, so I think that this card is coming up to say, take this time to really look at how you're looking at people. Are you looking at them for how they truly are, or are you placing these expectations on them, and if they're falling short of the expectations that you have placed, Leo, how are you viewing them? Are you looking at them as less than because of that? And then also, how are you moving about? Are you making moves that are, you know, genuine and authentic, or are you doing things with a little bit of like ulterior motives behind them? And then at the same time, how are you looking at yourself in regards to everything going on around you? Are you really living up to your highest good? Are you really in alignment with the best positive, you know, self that you can be? And if you're not, are you walking around as if you are? This integrity card is not to say that you're just completely shitty, Leo, but this is a card that's coming up to say, hey, like, you might need to reevaluate some things during the Sagittarius lunar cycle. With that Sag energy, your sister fire energy, I think it does really give you the opportunity to take a glimpse into yourself. If you look at the imagery on this card, this is a naked woman. She has an owl. Owls are always associated with perception. And then she has this cat. I don't know if that's a leopard or a cheetah. I'm pretty sure it's a leopard, because no, I'm not pretty sure, but anyways, it's a large feline. Very powerful. And then she's got a snake on the ground wrapped around her, and then you see the apple. So this is clearly Eve, right? And she has this innocence about her. But if you know the story of Adam and Eve, she was a little gullible, but there wasn't, like, once she took a bite of that apple, there was no more innocence about her. And if, as I said, if you know the story, I believe she tried to pretend like she didn't know what was going on when Adam came back. So, or at least that's some version of it, or maybe that's the way that I interpreted it. This card is to say, listen, show up and be your true self, Leo. Show people who you truly are. And if you're not ready to do that, if you have a problem, if you feel like there are things that you have to hide about yourself, this is the time for you to reflect on how you can make that better. We're all flawed. None of us are perfect, but one of the beauties of this life that we live is that when we recognize our flaws, when we acknowledge them, and we have the resources to change them, oftentimes we do, and we become better people for it. So that's the energy that's supposed to be coming in for you, or that you're supposed to be tapping into, okay? During this month of December, going into January. The next card that you guys have coming up in your spread is the Two of Wands, Leo. And this is another fire card. You actually literally have all fire energy except for your soul message here. So this Sagittarius lunar cycle is really lending your element's energy to you. So I'm excited to see what's popping up for you throughout the rest of the spread. You've got the Two of Wands here coming up, and this is in the crossing position, and this is a card of two choices. And it's a card of kind of like taking a leap of, like, you have this fiery energy, and with the wands in this deck, this Two of Wands comes with a little bit of uncertainty, but at the same time it comes with knowing that whichever path you take, you are very clear of what can come from it. Because it's crossing the integrity card, I kind of get the feeling that, you know, you're being presented with an opportunity to be a better person. My grandmother and I were having a conversation about this the other day. She was telling me, she's like, you know, sometimes people are presented with or given second chances. Sometimes God gives people second chances and they don't even realize it, and they continue to be the same person, or they continue to do the same thing that they did before. So I think that this card is coming up. You have an opportunity to change your ways, or to shift your perspective, or to change something about you into a more positive aspect within you that you present to the world and that you also resonate with, right? And I think you have this Two of Wands card coming out, and I think it's resonating with the fire element because it comes with a little bit of, I know that I am like this, and that if I continue to be like this, these are the reactions that I'm gonna get. Not all of them are positive, but I'm used to it, I understand it, and I'm okay with that. The other choice is to stop acting in the way, or stop speaking in the way, or stop thinking in the way that you've been doing, and try something different, try a different approach, try to think about things in a more positive light. And I think there's a little bit of uncertainty there with that. And I feel like, Leo, you have this notion that you feel like you should change, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know what comes from this change. I know what comes from how I am and how I always have been. This is a crossing energy. With all of my spreads, I always talk about turning these crossing energies into upright supporting energies for the things that are supposed to come in for you. So the Two of Wands, I believe, Leo, you're being presented with, literally, the best way to put it is you're being given the opportunity to become a better person. Whether that's like a major change, or whether it's just something simple and something very small. Again, things have a ripple effect, so you never know how one thing can affect many others in the future, or many others in the same time and space. Think you're being given an opportunity to make changes, to become a better person, and you resonate with a little bit of comfortability because you know that you're confident in the way that you've been acting, or the way that you've been thinking, or the way that you've been dealing with others. And at the same time, you feel like you don't really like that version of yourself, and you might want to be somebody different, but you don't know what comes from being this different person. So this is a crossing energy. I think for you, Leo, you got to make the choice. I know what choice I would suggest. Make the choice to become a better person, and in doing so you can raise that level of integrity, definitely, for sure. Again, talking about authenticity, being genuine, seeing things for as they truly are, and being your true self, and showing your true self to the world, and being okay with who your true self is. You know, because she said, listen, here, I'm posted and I'm naked, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Okay. The next card that you guys have coming up, Leo, is in the position of, where do you guys need to be looking at things in terms of the bigger picture? And you've got the Five of Wands here. And this is one of my aw shit cards. This is a card that talks about being in a situation, or being surrounded by situations or energies that need to be shifted. And because you have this integrity card here, and I gave that message of becoming a better person, or being a better person, or evolving into a better version of yourself, I think this Five of Wands comes with possibly people or energies around you, possibly, you know, doing things, or needing to shift things, or needing to change things. And although you understand that, Leo, I think this card is coming up here to say, give people a chance, or give these things a chance, or give this thought process a chance. You do have to allow things to happen in divine timing. And when you devote your energy to resistance of what is folding out as it will, it creates this chaotic Five of Wands energy. This is a card of chaos. This is a card of like just being all over the place, exerting your energy into things that you don't really need to exert it into. And so with this being in, take a look at the bigger picture. Think, Leo, you guys really do need to think you do need to think about, going back to this integrity card, what kind of pressures are you putting on yourself, people around you, or your logic, or your process when it comes to things? And what happens if you just take a step back and let life happen? All these cards are passing energies. Again, I do these spreads every month, and you guys don't get the same cards every month. This is a passing energy. Let people live. Let yourself unfold. I guess that's the best way that I can say it. Let other perspectives come up for you to consider. let this Five of Wands energy pass. It will pass. You don't have to put all of your energy into it. You don't have to be that other version of yourself to where, you know, you're either talking down to people or you know, making people feel bad for what they have going on, or, you know, looking at things in a negative light, or possibly, you know, just things of that sort. Here goes my loud little brother. I am recording a video. What's up?
I was trying to get you a little piece of cookie real quick.
Oh, I'll take the cookie though, bro.
I wasn't trying to forget about you or nothing.
I don't want it. I'll take the cookie.
Okay.
I appreciate. Oh no, not that little. What's going on? It's warm.
Yeah, that's why.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Already, pimp.
That is why I say having siblings is dope, because they do things like bring you cookies. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It is warm, so I'm gonna eat it now. Okay. I apologize. Again, just let life unfold. If things are happening and you don't necessarily agree with them, kind of just look at it like, okay, you know, again, going back to that integrity, how you're looking at things. Just kind of try and take a step back outside of what's going on and look at, again, the bigger picture and say, okay, this is happening so that this person can be in this position, or this is happening so that instead of thinking like this, I can start to think like this, or this is happening so that instead of going along this path, I can go along this path, okay? Let this energy pass. Where's my selenite wand? I lost it in the process of getting a cookie from my brother. Oh, found it. Okay. The next card that you guys have coming up in your spread is in the position of where you need to take a leap of faith. So this is going to go back to the Two of Wands, which is interesting because this is an ace card. So this is the card right before it. And y'all see me shuffle well, I don't know if you see me, you can kind of see me shuffle. I'm typically right here because I like to shuffle a little bit closer to me. But anyways, this is a card all about taking action, all about coming in with a new sense of energy, a fresh, rejuvenated, positive energy. The Ace of Wands, I think, is connected to the Two of Wands as to where, you know, you have to make this choice. And this is a new cycle. This is the start of something new, the start of something different. Leo, try something different. Try a different approach. Try talking to people a little bit differently. Try understanding as opposed to projecting. Try, instead of thinking about things in this light, try to think about them in a different light. This is the Ace of Wands. This is a card of change for you. We are underneath your sister sign, so we are in your element. Tap into this energy and use it for what you can. Don't let this energy pass you to where you end up staying with this cross Two of Wands energy. Make the right choices. I you know, I don't like to say right in terms of things like life, but in regards to being a better person or putting out a better energy, I think there definitely is a right choice, and that would be to be the better person and put out the better energy. You feel me? So just keep that in mind. If you're presented, or like if you're in situations where you're like, where you're kind of tapping into some air energy, weighing the scales like Libra, like, okay, if I do this, it could go like this, or if I do this, I know it'll go like this. Try something different. See how it goes. Like my mom always says, who is also a Leo herself, you know, if it doesn't work out for you, you can always go back to square one, but you're not gonna know if you don't at least try it out. So try it out, okay? All right, the last card coming up in your spread, Leo, is the Ace of Water, and this is I love it because this is another ace card, so this is another card of new cycles, and this is in kind of your opposing element. This is the water element. This is in your soul message position, and this talks about, I think this card comes up with this deck. It does come with the energy of being open to new feelings, new situations, new energies. Open up your heart, Leo. You are a fire sign, so you do have the ability to resonate with a very passionate energy, but you are Leo, so you guys are also very tough. You can be very strict, and you can be very, very hard on others around you. You can also be very, very hard on yourself, Leo. So I think this card coming up in this position is saying, listen, like I said, let that energy pass. All the things that have transpired, all the shit that's gone down that you just don't agree with or that just didn't work out for you, like, it's okay. Again, bigger picture, all those things are meant to happen for whatever reason, right? Let that energy go. Understand that I always talk about having the ability to, we are put here with a purpose. We do have our paths laid out for us, but we do also have free will. The end goal, the destination is always the same, but our journey to it can change in the blink of an eye. Leo, you have at every turn choices to make, and in some instances there is a right choice. The right choice is to become the better person, and opening your heart to being, you know, a little bit more light, a little bit more lenient, a little bit more understanding, I do believe will put you into this position to where you can take this leap of faith. Take a leap of faith is in the position. I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands is in the take a leap of faith position. Think to this opening your heart will put you into this position to where you are resonating with the new energy, coming into a new cycle. And it is the fire element. This is your element and is the Ace card. So I think making changes really can bring you into this position of becoming a better version of yourself. And I do think that is amazing, Leo. So, you know, be a little more optimistic, be a little bit more open, be a little bit more positive if you can. You guys are Leos, so you lead by example, honestly. A lot of us look up to the success that you guys are able to tap into, and we definitely like to see good personalities attached to the people that are, you know, attaining that success. So yeah, there's your spread, Leo. I hope that those cards resonated with you. If you feel like you need a little bit more clarity or you want a more in-depth reading, please feel free to go on and book one with me through my Etsy shop. I do have a link down in the description box below to that. If you like this video, please go on and give me a little thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. I do check my channel pretty frequently, so I will respond to you so long as it's positive energy only, okay? What else? What else is that? Like, comment, share if you have any Leo friends or friends with Leo boos. Go on and send them this video, help them understand life and what's going on right now. And then, yeah, if you're still listening to me talk 22 minutes in, go on and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up when I put out new content. We are ending the year. I'll have a couple other rounds of content coming out shortly in a couple of days here, and then also, well, not in a couple of days, but very shortly. And then also, like, I have a lot of changes coming up in this next year that I would love for you guys to be hip to as they happen. So please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And I think that's it. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.